So let's rank all the films I watched for the first time for the month of February 2023. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D. Back again with another ranking. This time it's going to be my February 2023 first time watches. I watched 18 films for the first time last month. Now, some of this might spark controversy, or I don't know. But you be the judge of how I rank these. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Now, I'm gonna go rapid fire on the first few. Now, I won't get into showing myself too much, but I will go rapid fire on the first eight, and then be back for the top 10. Okay? If you're ready, let's get on with the rankings. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Number 18 is Jeepers Creepers Reborn from last year. I regret watching this. Though I didn't watch the third film, but I've heard bad things about this. I just wanted to give it a try just this once. Though I appreciate the horrifying fare and what have you, but this film was just dull and bland. I know I haven't reviewed the Jeepers Creepers films yet, but I will. Probably just the first two. I doubt I'll review the third one in this one, though. Number 17 is Adrift from 2018. This film's okay. This isn't one of Shailene Woodley's best films. I'd much rather watch Divergent or Insurgent or even The Fault in Our Stars over this. The film just kind of went from one bit to another. This just kept me puzzling for some time. Number 16 is Return of the Living Dead Part 2 from 1988. This film's okay. While it's sort of a retelling of the first film, but just in kind of a neighborhood and what have you. But, this film's okay. This is the one film of the original trilogy I've yet to review. I've reviewed the first and the third one, but not this one today, and encounter it. But until I watched it on Tubi, I'm gonna say this film's okay, but it's not that great though it does have Tom Matthews from Jason Lives in it though. Number 15 is Antlers from 2021. Now, this film had been delayed numerous times, but we finally got it. And I watched it on Hulu after I wasn't thrilled with Jeepers Creepers Reborn. This is a bit of a better scary film, though its plot kind of is a little, but I think the film's pretty scary in some parts, though. Number 14 is Polaroid from 2019. This film's not too bad for a PG-13 film. Not that great, though, but it is kind of eerie and frightening, though. But anyway, I wanted to see this just because I was curious how getting a picture shot would cause a death and what have you. Number 13 is Frank Miller's Sin City, A Dame to Kill For from 2013. This film didn't do too well like its predecessor, though I appreciate it still had the dark tone and it had a pretty good all-star cast in my view. The film isn't that bad completely. I definitely gotta review this and its predecessor one day if I ever get to watch its predecessor again because I haven't seen it so long. Number 12 is Love and Monsters from 2020. This film came out just a few months after theaters were reopening because after the pandemic struck. The film's not too bad. It's got some pretty freaky monsters and what have you. Dylan O'Brien's pretty good in this. And, well, that's all I can say. This film was kind of strange, though, but still good in ways. Number 11 is Your Place or Mine. This is a new Netflix film with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher. It's pretty good and what have you. I did do a mini review of this along with a recent Netflix film called You People that I watched back in January. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. And if you want to, check this film out. It's not too bad. It does have a few surprising moments, but it does have some pretty good songs by the Cars, though. Okay, that was good and quick. Okay, now I think I said 2013 for Sin City 2. I apologize. I think it was 2014. So if I did mess up, then I do apologize. I think I might have messed up. So I apologize for that. So anyway, that really didn't take too long. And now we got 10 films remaining. So, and this is going to be big, 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 big. I know it is. It's going to be surprising. And it actually will include a real big film that topped my watches and what have you on my channel. So if you're ready, let's continue with the top 10 in my February first time watches ranking. Coming in at number 10 is Murder on the Orient Express from 2017. Now, after seeing its follow up Death on the Nile last year, I knew I wanted to see its predecessor, but I failed to see it last year when it was on Freevee. But it recently came back and I watched it. It was pretty good and what have you. Now, I am going to say I enjoyed the performances from the whole cast, including director Kenneth Branagh in his first portrayal of Hercule Poirot. Now, I am looking forward to the third film, which is going to be coming up later in the year. So, anyway, this is pretty good. I'll try and review this to promote that new movie coming up. Murder on the Orient Express 2017. Not too bad. Maybe one day I'll watch the original film. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let's move on, shall we? Coming in at number 9 is Lyle Crocodile from last year in 2022. This film was pretty good and fun and what have you. I do like the music in this, since it was done from the songwriters of The Greatest Showman. And we have pretty good performances from the cast, especially Shawn Mendes, who does the singing voice of the title character. If you haven't seen my spoiler-free review of this film, I would recommend you check it out. It's gotten some pretty good views and what have you, and I'm happy for that. Anyway, it was pretty fun. So anyway, that's about all I can tell you. Lyle Crocodile was just pretty fun and what have you. Now coming in at number 8 is Warm Bodies from 2013. Now, I didn't know what to think of this film, since even though I heard about it, I gotta say, they were right. This is actually kind of a, well, paranormal romantic zombified comedy take on Romeo and Juliet. I will say it was pretty good. Nicholas Hoult was pretty good, and so was Teresa Palmer. It was, yes, I found that's the gal from The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Yeah, really something. I know this film celebrated its 10th anniversary not so long ago this year. I will review this film later on down the road and what have you. But anyway, I thought Warm Bodies wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but pretty good though. So anyway, I think this was just so incredible. I mean, even after seeing Rosaline last year, but this is another fun take on Romeo and Juliet. Mm-hmm, definitely. Warm Bodies, pretty good. Now coming in at number 7 is Revenge of the Pink Panther from 1978. Now I've seen a few of the Pink Panther films with the late great Peter Sellers in the role of Jacques Clouseau. This was his last film before his passing, and I gotta say, it was pretty fun, what have you. I definitely gotta review these films. Now, you will see another Pink Panther film on this rank as well. It's the sixth overall Pink Panther film. Well, there's actually two others. One that might not be an actual Pink Panther film, but will still have Clouseau in it. But anyway, I thought it was pretty good. I watched the first few installments. I didn't rewatch the remake or its sequel, though. I just wanted to see the originals. I am watched the ones that came out after Revenge, though. I've heard those were bad even after the death of Peter Sellers. But still, it had a lot of fun moments and what have you. Mm-hmm. Definitely a lot of fun. And coming in at number 6 is Stillwater from 2021. And this wasn't too bad of a movie. I like the performance from Matt Damon. Of course, this is about a roughneck from Stillwater, Oklahoma, who travels to southern France to visit his daughter Allison, who is 5 years into serving a 9-year prison sentence and what have you. This film is pretty good and what have you. I like some of the other characters as well, including what who Damon's character meets in the film. This was just so incredible. I really enjoyed this film for what it had to offer. I think this will probably be a real good film to make a ranking. If I could feel any more Matt Damon films, which I'm sure I can, but that'd be too many to mention though. But anyway, Stillwater, pretty good movie. I definitely would recommend that. I know I haven't reviewed it yet, but maybe I will one day. Now, coming in at number 5 is The Return of the Pink Panther from 1975. Very funny movie. I'm glad I chose to watch this one. This film was just so zany. And I'm glad how it would revived itself and what have you. Despite well, its main star Peter Sellers didn't return to do the Inspector Clouseau solo film before this. But anyway, he's absolutely really funny in this. I love the performances from the others, Christopher Plummer, Herbert Lom, who of course will go crazy, and of course would be the Bay in the next film, The Pink Panther Strikes Again, which I've already seen. You'll see that on the rewatches ranking coming up next time. But anyway, The Return of the Pink Panther, absolutely very funny. I really liked it. And coming in at number 4 is A Shot in the Dark from 1964. This is the second Pink Panther film. Peter Sellers back as Inspector Jacques Clouseau. This, of course, is the film that also introduced us to Clouseau's theme song. That would be the the theme song for the Inspector series of cartoons from the Pei Freeling, the studio that would give us the Pink Panther animated series. The same year this came out, I do believe. But anyway, this film's absolutely hysterical. I got tons of laughs from it. I think this was really, really good. I mean, after I watched, if I decide to watch those dismal follow-ups to after the events of Revenge, maybe I will review them all and rank them. But we can't really jump to no conclusions or anything like that yet. But anyway, Sellers was absolutely hysterical in this. A Shot in the Dark, very good film. I really liked it. And now, 3 recent films that come out this year are the top 3. Coming in at number 3 is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Now, if you haven't seen my spoiler-free review of the film, you need to check it out. Anyway, this film did reasonable and what have you, despite getting mixed reviews, and it's the second worst review MCU film on Rotten Tomatoes next to Eternals, which I can't understand why in the time blooming world they would do that to us. No, the heck with. But even so, I admit I really enjoyed the performances. We got Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly. They were all good, and Catherine Newton was good in this. But I really like Jonathan Majors' performance as Kang. And yes, we'll be seeing more of him. Of course, I'm looking forward to seeing him on the screen later on this week in Creed 3, which I will give you a spoiler free review of this weekend. But anyway, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was pretty good. It kind of had me see like a collision between the MCU and Star Wars together in ways. But it was still pretty fun. And coming in at number two is A for Brady. Now, I really like this film. This was probably one of the most funniest chick flicks I've seen in some time. I really thought this was a real good story. Well, had a real good story. Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, Sally Field, they were all absolutely really, really good. If you haven't seen my spoiler free review of this film, then you need to check it out. It's awesome. So check it out while you still can, or else just wait for it to come to physical media and Paramount Plus. Anyway, A for Brady, definitely a fun film. I especially liked how the gals try to do their best to get into the game and while getting there to see the game and all that jazz and what have you. This was just so much fun. I really did enjoy it for what it had to offer. And finally, coming in at number one, my number one first time watch of February 2023 is Megan. Yes, surprise. I love this movie. I watched it on Peacock when it first premiered. I saw its theatrical version, and then the next day I saw its unrated version. They were both real good in ways. They may be at the same runtime, but the unrated version had just a wee bit more stuff. Well, a few additional seconds of violence added, and what have you. I thought this movie was so good that I may watch it again when it comes to DVD later in the month, but maybe not. Well, we'll see. But anyway, I really love the film. I don't care what anybody says. I had a blast with this film. Trust me, if you weren't too thrilled with the theatrical cut, then watch the unrated cut. Oh, and watch my spoiler-free review of this film. It's already gone over 650 views already. Believe me, it made it to 500 views in only a day. That's probably faster than any other video I've done, aside from possibly since I did the Blasphemers review. Seriously, people. Don't believe me? See for yourself. But anyway, I love the performances from the cast. Allison Williams, Violet McGraw, they were all real good. The gal played Megan. Amy Donald was good, and Jenna Davis did her voicing, which was really cool. Anyway, I loved Megan. I don't care what y'all say or think. I loved it. Okay, enough said. So that's it. What do you think of this? What did you think of this ranking? Let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned. Next time I'll be bringing to you my February rewatches ranking. So thanks for watching, and check out my spoiler-free reviews of the top 3 films in this ranking. The upper left-hand corner is my spoiler-free review on Megan. The upper right-hand corner is my review on A for Brady. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.